My name's Jim Luken. Today I want to continue talking about a part of a book I recently wrote titled Coastal South Carolina Fish and Game, History, Culture, and Conservation. And the part that I want to talk about today is the idea of protected areas. Now, I'm standing in a protected area right now. This is Lewis Ocean Bay Heritage Preserve. Heritage preserves have a special role in the palette of protected areas at the coast of South Carolina. But before I get into the specifics, let's talk a little bit about some history. To understand the great variety of protected areas we have at the coast of South Carolina, we have to go all the way back to about 1926. About 1926, the federal government began passing a variety of laws primarily to protect waterfowl. Waterfowl had taken it really hard as a result of market hunting and plume hunting, and so there was the general idea that there needed to be refuges where wildlife could reside and reproduce unmolested. And so one of the first steps in land protection at coastal South Carolina was from the federal government with the designation of the Cape Romaine National Wildlife Refuge. As the ball started rolling for protected areas, the state also got into the game. And again, one of the first things that happened at the state level was the designation of areas where the public could hunt, but where the wildlife populations were strictly regulated. That led us to the designation of what are called state wildlife management areas. And at about the same time, also the state of South Carolina began to designate state parks. State parks ultimately came to function primarily in tourism and recreation, but state parks also represent great areas for wildlife conservation because of the habitat that occurs there. It's been estimated that about 30% of the coast of South Carolina is under some sort of protection. Let me talk just a few seconds about heritage preserves and their unique function. As I said before, I'm at Lewis Ocean Bay Heritage Preserve, and right behind me here you see a tree with a white band around it. This tree is a nest tree for the endangered red-cockaded woodpecker. And indeed, if I look around me here, I see a number of trees, all of which have these white bands, which tells me that there's an important conservation project going on here for these particular woodpeckers. At this particular heritage preserve, also, if you come and look around, you can actually see Venus flytraps growing in the wild. And so heritage preserves represent a unique type of protected area for protecting unique cultural and biological resources, and as I said before, some of them are also designated as wildlife management areas, which means hunting can occur. So in summary, on the coast of South Carolina, we have federal wildlife refuges, we have state wildlife management areas, we have state parks, and we have heritage preserves, and we also have lots of land that's been placed under conservation easement. And as I said before, in total, about 30% of the coast of South Carolina is under some sort of protection. This is a tremendous and very unique situation. Very few other states have such an extensive array of protected areas that include all sorts of different wildlife and wildlife habitat, and I would encourage everyone to come and experience them.